Yes. I just want to look at some of this. And, edited by Bill Gates, Time Magazine. Huh. You know, I emailed Time, and for some reason, there's nobody from any newspaper, radio station, television station. No one wants to talk to me. Now, it was really good that Warren wrote this little, I don't know what you call it, editorial, I guess, The Genius of America by Warren Buffett, but I did actually read through that. Now, the only thing that he didn't say is how many of us will be here 100 years from now. Yes. Before we shed tears over the figure, let's do a little math, recognizing that GDP per capita is what counts. If, for example, the U.S. population were to grow 3% annually, while GDP grew 2%, prospects would indeed be bleak for our children. Oops, very optimistic on the part of Warren Buffett. Yes, yes it is. Now, we wouldn't want a bleak future for our children, would we? Oh, and that was in January 2018. But when you look at his actual math, yes, because I looked at what was the actual number of American citizens that 25 years from now would per capita be earning $79,000 a year. This $20,000 increase guarantees a far better life for our children. The problem is he doesn't do a calculation on exactly how many people are going to need to earn that $79,000 a year. Oh. Now, I wouldn't want to tell Warren Buffett that his math is wrong. Yes. But Americans are pessimistic about their children's future. Oh, I'm not that pessimistic because I happen to know that with water, you could grow food, and you could manufacture and sell a lot more products. Oops. Now, maybe Warren would like to look at this again. We can be confident that births minus deaths will add no more than 0.5% yearly to America's population. I believe 1 million people annually is a reasonable estimate. Yes. So we're only going to be 300. Let me see. I looked at that clock. Yes, where they count the number of citizens. You remember the census report? Yes. We went through those that are listers. Could you get me the change of address forms that have been filed with every post office? Because I haven't had a change of address since they closed the UPS store in Airway Heights in 2011. I just wanted to get the signatures again of every American citizen that changed their address for the last 40 years. So that they themselves will be sure to get a failure to appear notice in their mail and a warrant for their arrest. Ooh. Now, do you let Americans, do you actually send that to their actual address, or is that something that only law enforcement gets to know about because you think the person's going to run and because I think it would be very bad. In fact, when you email law enforcement every day like I do, because I don't have an address, I'm homeless, and they refuse to be the whistleblowers that their employment requires. Yeah. When I get to sue every government employee for not whistleblowing for the forgery and fraud, for the contempt of court, for the fraud on the nation. Ooh. If I were, 1 million people is a reasonable estimate. Well, let's see here. 0.5% yearly. Yes. Now, 1% of 330. Yes. Half a percent of 330. I know Warren Buffett is good at math. Now that would be 33 million. No, it'd be 3.3 million a year, and a half of that would be 1.65 million. Now, I believe a million people is a reasonable estimate. I think you're off by about 50 to 60%. Now let's look at that $79,000 a year that we're all going to earn as families of the United States. I think we could have a problem that the GDP growth that you're thinking about. Yes, if you put 650,000 times 25 years, let's get the calculator out. Now, this is a rule of 72 where it's only 0.5% a year. Yes. Because people that add people continue to have people, that they'll continue to have people. Now, I don't have that scientific calculator on the smartphone, but maybe there's some technologists that would like to look at the exact calculations of the number of individuals, because we looked at the wealth of the nation. Well, if you're missing approximately 650,000 persons a year, yes, times 25 years, ooch, oh, that comes out to an additional 16,250,000, ooch. And now, they're not included in the calculation. They're all going to make 70,000. I think we do have a problem that increased guarantees a far better life for our children. Yes. Now, if I did this by percentage, yes. Well, let me see here. It's an exponential increase. Pooch, poo. Now, why don't we have a real serious look at exactly what we can guarantee the next 1, 2, or 3 generations? Now it sounds really good that he was born in 1930. Oh, John D. Rockefeller Sr. Ooch, upper class neighbors. Oh, they enjoy 2 words explain the miracle. Ooch, innovation and productivity. Let's say I documented some innovations. Yes, that would increase productivity. Well, when you took the miracle of innovation and productivity, and you added in my variable, which of 2 trillion gallons of fresh water for the world a year, yes. Now, there's a lot you could do with that water because I think, that a lot of people would like to look at this. Oh, he celebrated his 5th birthday. Oh, it may not have hit his milestone. Now, of all these children that are being born today, how do you plan on feeding them 25 years from now? How do you plan on doing that? Because as I see it, America's not desalinating water. They're looking at how the driest states can take water from the wettest states. We're building pipelines instead of. Well, it would be a crime to have to kill off a major portion of the world's population because you just didn't want to be whistleblowers as government employees.